Welcome to Tyler's Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is September the 15th, 2019, and we're going to be talking about WWE's Clash of the Champions, and we have some updates with some news for SmackDown Live, and ladies and gentlemen, there's other things happening for October. A lot of things happening, and ladies and gentlemen, and still your WWE's pay-per-view champion. I'm still the champ until the next pay-per-view, maybe. We don't know that yet. But ladies and gentlemen, that's Hell in a Cell, but we need to find out who won the Universal title and will be versing The Fiend at Hell in a Cell. But we will get to that at the end, because the Universal title was at the end. So we had a return on WWE's Clash of Champions. I will tell you who it is when we get there. But I want to talk about the new things that's happening for SmackDown Live. If you guys didn't look at the rumors was that SmackDown Live will go to Fox TV in October. If you guys didn't see that, there's a lot of different TV deals for different wrestlings. They're going. I think there's going to be two shows that will be on the USA Network still. It's going to be NXT, that's coming up this week, and Monday Night Raw. That was on how many years? And then we have SmackDown Live going to Fox TV, and they will be Friday nights now. It's going to be a Friday night SmackDown. I don't know it's Friday night SmackDown Live, but Michael Cole said it's Friday night SmackDown. So they're going back to Friday nights. So I might have to change my videos. I might not have a break or a day off on Fridays, because starting on October, I forgot when it is, October something. I think it's the 4th or something like that. Or 4th or something, I don't remember. But I know it's in October. And when that happens, on Fridays, I'll be doing, no, not Fridays, Saturdays, I might be doing SmackDown results. I normally do it on Wednesdays. Now I need to change it because I do Impact Wrestling on Saturdays. Might have to do it on Sundays for Impact Wrestling. And ladies and gentlemen, they talked about a draft, not a superstar shakeup, a draft that will happen in October. I believe it's happening on SmackDown first when they go to Fox, and then Monday Night Raw happens on October 14th. So I don't know, it's the weekend, Friday, the weekend, and it's the 14th. So I think it's when it debuts on Fox TV, they have the draft, or they're going to wait a week, then they do the draft. I don't know. I will get the updates on that when I get off this video. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about Clash of Champions. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about Clash of Champions, because we got two title changes. Surprising. But, ladies and gentlemen, we had a pre-show. We had a Cruiserweight title in a triple threat match. Drew Gulak versus Humberto Carrillo and Lince Dorado. And people wanted Lince Dorado to win because the guy, he's good in the ring. He's good. But the winner of that match, because Humberto Carrillo did his weird moonsault thingy bobber. I don't watch 205 Live, so bless me. I don't know what they call it. So, and then Drew Gulak got the win. But this was funny, is that the referee says to Lince Dorado, I don't know, he says to Drew Gulak or Dorado, but he said your shoulders weren't down, and he put it down at 1, 2, 3. He got the win. So Drew Gulak is still your Cruiserweight champion. Then we have AJ Styles defends his United States Championship against Cedric Alexander. This was a pretty decent match. Alexander was in his hometown of Charlotte. But ladies and gentlemen, no, he did not win, because AJ Styles did a Styles Clash outside the ring, and then he did a phenomenal forearm, and then did another Styles Clash, got the win, and then the OC beat the living hell of Cedric Alexander. I don't think it's over, because why would you attack him, man? Now, this is the beginning of the real show, not the pre-show, the real show. We have Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler versus Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman for the Raw Tag Team Championships. This was a pretty decent match. Pretty decent. But ladies and gentlemen, at the end, we saw Braun Strowman tackled, I think it was Dolph Ziggler, and he accidentally hit Seth Rollins into the corner, and then Dolph Ziggler and him, Seth Rollins, went all the... No, not Seth Rollins. Braun Strowman went outside, and then we saw the glorious DDT from Bobby Roode, or Robert Roode, getting the win, and they are now the new WWE Raw Tag Team Champions. I already knew that was going to happen because they're not going to let whoever wins the Universal title have the Tag Team titles as well. They normally do that. Then we have Bayley defends her SmackDown Women's Championship against Charlotte Flair. It was a pretty decent match. It was okay. It was okay. But let me tell you how this happened. I don't think somebody took out the turnbuckle pad. I think it fell off, and then Bayley used the turnbuckle pad and got the win because she's a bad guy. So Bayley is still your champion. We have the Revival, Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder versus the New Day for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Ladies and gentlemen, it was brutal because Xavier Woods was still hurt. You had a brace on his leg on top of his pants. But ladies and gentlemen, it was a brutal match. We saw the Shatter Machines. Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder did not end the match with the Shatter Machines. Dash Wilder was yelling at Scott Dawson his leg because his leg is hurt really bad. So Scott Dawson did a submission on him. And ladies and gentlemen, Xavier Woods couldn't handle it. He had to tap belts. And we have new SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Revival. The question is, why? Aren't they part of Raw? Now they win the SmackDown Tag Team titles? Why? Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross defending their women's tag team titles against Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. Well, ladies and gentlemen, in the interview, Alexa Bliss was interrupted by R-Truth with a big mic, and then Alexa Bliss told everybody where the 24/7 champion is, and the R-Truth, he ran into the ring while the women's tag team titles were going on the line, and everybody came, and the referee tried to stop them, and ladies and gentlemen, Alexa Bliss tried to pin the 24/7 champion, tried to be the 24/7 champion. R-Truth got kicked out, and he ran away. But the match was pretty good. It was pretty good. Nikki Cross got the win. I believe she did her neckbreaker onto Mandy Rose. They're still the champion. We had Shinsuke Nakamura with Sami Zayn versus The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship. Miz almost got the win by doing the Skull Crush finale and reversing a couple of times on the Kinshasa until Sami Zayn got in the way and he chased Sami Zayn and he got kicked in the head into the post, and 1, 2, 3. Kinshasa, Shinsuke is still your Intercontinental Champion. We had Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch, but this was a disqualification because we saw a chair get used. We saw Sasha Banks brought a chair in the ring, but she was not allowed to use it because the referee took it away. And then some way, Becky Lynch hit the referee with a chair, and then the brawl was all over the world, all over the fans, and it still didn't work. And because she did a dishonor in the chair, and Becky Lynch still the champion, but she lost. That means it's not over. Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch is not over yet. We had Kofi Kingston versus Randy Orton. This was too slow. I want it over. I want to be done. So after a Trouble in Paradise, Kofi won the match, and he's still the WWE champion. We have Eric Rowan versus Roman Reigns in a no disqualification match. This was a pretty good. I know it wasn't fast paced, but it's two big guys versus each other and almost trying to destroy each other until Roman tried to do a spear off the stage, and then here comes out the returning of Harper. Harper comes back, the Bludgeon Brothers are back, and Eric Rowan gets the win by doing the Iron Claw onto Roman Reigns. 1, 2, 3. Eric Rowan beats Reigns. I'm surprised about that. No, okay, never mind. I got it wrong. We had Seth Rollins champion versus Braun Strowman for the Universal Championship. This was a pretty decent match. I loved it. It was pretty good. But the winner of that match with 4 stomps and a pedigree and getting broken through a table, getting a busted nose, Seth Rollins won the match and still the Universal Champion. And ladies and gentlemen, he got attacked by The Fiend on top of the stage. The Fiend, the lights went out, The Fiend came out and did his Sister Abigail on the stage on Seth Rollins. And then ladies and gentlemen, he grabs the hair. The lights turn back on with The Fiend holding the hair of Seth Rollins and then dig his hand right into the throats of Seth Rollins? He did a man call. Are we going to see The Fiend versus Seth Rollins for the WWE title at Hell in a Cell? I'm guessing the Hell in a Cell cage now is going to be red again, like it was last year. I think they're going to keep it as red for a couple of years now. So if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys Tuesday for Monday Night Raw results. Adios, Tyler is out. Bye-bye.